Hi, my name's Craig. If you haven't met me yet, I'm trying to go to Mars, but I need your help. Okay, so I'm reading a lot in the news about why we should not go to Mars. Things like there's perchlorates in toxic dust that'll give you symptoms akin to black lung disease. There's radiation. There's a lack of magnetic field. There's no gravitational pull. There's a double whammy solar wind that strips away the atmosphere. There's no chance of making a breathable atmosphere because it'll just be pulled away. You will have to live in a bubble. There's a chance that we can't find any life on Mars because the fact that our bodies contain microorganisms and that will contaminate the environment. Well, bollocks to that. And here's why. First off, making a magnetic field is one of the most easiest technologies we have in the knowledge of mankind. We had the ability of making a 300 Tesla, if I'm correct in saying so, super magnet, and that happens to be in Tennessee. This is not rocket science. You wrap a coil, boom, magnetic field. And yes, there is more to it. But that is the basic gist. That's not going to be an issue. The idea of perchlorates, to my current knowledge, depending on the composition of these particular perchlorates are oxidizers. They burn. That makes the planet more warm. And yes, there's a temperature range. It goes from really hot to really cold in a short amount of time. Yes, there's not really a lot of water. Not a problem. Yes, we will be living like Bubble Man for a very long time. Still not a problem. Gravitational field? Yes, there is one. It's 38%, so 0.38 G. It's a lot easier to get off the red marble than it is to get off the blue marble. So you don't need that much to get up into low Earth orbit. You don't need much to get to the moons, which are small asteroids in and of themselves, which have basically nil gravity. Your own knees can generate enough thrust to make escape velocity possible. Not a problem. You take your rockets, you go to Phobos and to Deimos, you leave fuel, you leave additional supplies, you build a stockyard, so all you have to do is fall towards the sun. It does not take a lot of resources to get from Mars to the Earth. It's the other way around that's costly. And yes, there are specific challenges that have to be met for that to become a reality that we are not currently at, but that's because we're on the blue marble looking at the red and not the red looking at the blue. So that is likely to change in a very short period of time. No problemo. Now, dust, yes, that's going to be an issue. Big issue. Just look into American history with the Dust Bowl. One of the bigger issues would probably be the magnetic field. The idea was, from my current research, is that during the last period of heavy bombardment, our solar system, Earth took like 2 or 3 that weren't cataclysmic, but Mars took at least 5 asteroid impacts that completely stopped the convection, the molten flow that generated its magnetic field, that caused all of the all of the atmosphere to boil away and for it to become completely inhospitable to all forms of visible life. So, if you set up a whole bunch of super Tesla magnets in correct geometry, and this is something which would have to be researched and theoretically proven before we even began to attempt it, because it's a very costly endeavor. Theoretically speaking, it would be possible to, by forcing a magnetic field down, to kickstart a convection, to kickstart a planetary magnetic field. And if you can't make one by that route, just put one over your settlement, put one large enough to cover the basics of Mars, and you're still good. Not a problem. So, yeah, we will be living like Bubble Boy for a while. It'll be very, very difficult to make a breathable atmosphere from 6 millibar to 68 millibar, where we can walk out and not pass out just simply from the lack of air. It's going to be a while. We have a lot of carbon dioxide. We have a lot of carbon monoxide. There's oxygen there. There's carbon there. There is the basic ingredients for life. Hydrogen might be a different story. I'll have to research further on that. But the only thing that these things why we shouldn't go to Mars yet are only indicating challenges, are only showing us, okay, yeah, here's a problem. Now we get to find the solution. Success is not a straight line. It's very squiggly. And then you're like, I guess that works. This is not a problem. This is fun. Like, seriously, this is exciting to me. So yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's a challenge. I didn't sign up to this thinking that I was going to live forever. I didn't sign up for this thinking I was ever going to come back. It'd be nice, but it's highly doubtful, and so I'm not counting on it. So, yeah. I appreciate your support. This is my 6th video. Hopefully I'm getting better. If I'm not, please leave a comment below, and please subscribe. You have a great day. Cheers.